What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fan, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast back in the building. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right on into it. This show is strictly about my picks coming for week 8. Now, I've been looking pretty damn good if I was stay so myself, I'm just going to keep it a buck. 49er Media, what's going on? Basically, that hat, I have to get a couple more made, man. I was just kind of trying this out, to see what it is. And I actually like it, you know what I'm saying? I know people look at it and go, it's kind of plain, but I like the hat, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to try to keep rolling with it, so we're going to get that cracking. But once I have that, I'll go ahead and get that taken care of. What do you mean define everyone, man? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Well, I've been looking nice with my pay. Okay, 49er Media. We're going to have to work. We're going to work. We're going to get it together. So, hey, Mom. Last week, I went 10-3. So, I'm happy with that. Didn't have too many losses. 70-37 overall, people. Mine is nice. I don't know about either, Matt, but if I had to choose one, I guess I go anime. So with this week, man, we got a lot of different games on the docket. And the first game of the week, man, is going to be the Arizona Cardinals versus the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Packers have been rolling ever since that ass whooping laid out by the Saints. They don't know how to lose. Aaron Rodgers told everybody to shut the hell up and relax. And I'm going to tell you right now, he was right, because all you need to do is relax. Everything has been, going lovely for him. They are on a 5-game winning streak. They balling right now. The Cardinals don't know how to lose either. They balling. The one thing they didn't have on offense was a damn tight end, and they done picked up Zach Ertz from the Eagles. So, with that being said, buddy, we're already done, man. We ain't got no choice. You know what I'm saying? It's the Cardinals versus the Pack. Both teams are stout. Cardinals defense is suspect versus the Cardinals defense is kind of suspect versus the pass, but still a good overall D. And for the Packers, same thing. Bad against the run, good against the pass. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and go with, the obvious. I would love for the Cardinals. Niner Smash was happening. And Terry Boy was good with you. So for me, I'm going to go with the Pack on this one. I'm taking the Packers to go ahead and get the W and knock the Cardinals off, give them their first loss of the season, and the Pack keep rolling. As they say in Green Bay, go Pack, go. So next game on the docket is going to be 49ers versus the Bears. Now, this is a pick show, so I'm not going to delve overly deep into it because I'm really pissed off with my team right now. In case y'all didn't already know, if you follow me on YouTube and you watch my show last night, will tell you how I currently feel about, Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo. So basically, we're away. We ain't at home. So the chances of us winning skyrocket because we seem to be able to win away, but at home, we just don't know how to win. So, I always pick us to win every week. And it continues to kind of bite me in the ass. So, fuck it. Picking the Bears. Bears win. We lose. Another loss. Another Jimmy Garoppolo screw up. And another Kyle Shanahan coming out and saying that Jimmy is his quarterback. So, let's move on. Panthers versus the Falcons. So, battle in the NFC South. Panthers are 3-4. The Falcons are 3-3. Don't know much about either team. I just know that Sam Darnold got benched. And that was definitely something that was crazy. I was like, what? Sam Darnold got benched? This is off the chain. So with Sam Darnold being benched, and sorry, I'm trying to move these blinds here. Give me just a little more natural light up in here. There we go. I like that. So we got some natural light now, along with the other light. But Sam Darnold got benched, and the Falcons are doing fairly well. Let's take a look at both teams just really quick. So the Atlanta Falcons are currently on a 2-game win streak. They didn't beat the Jets and the Dolphins. Don't get me wrong, both of those teams have lost, and they have losing records. But at the end of the day, a dub is a dub. You take them how you get them. As for the Carolina Panthers, currently right now for them, they are on a 4-game losing streak. Ooh, that does not look good. So just because of that, make my life that much easier. We're going with the Falcons, baby. Taking the Falcons to go ahead and beat the Panthers. Next game on the docket. Let us take a look at this game. It's the Bills versus. Give me a sec. This thing should be up. I'll probably do it a different way. All right. Next game on the docket for week 8 is, drum roll please, Dolphins versus the Bills. There's no need to really delve deep into that. That is pretty obvious. We going with the Bills. The Bills ain't finna lose to the Dolphins. Come on now. You should stop jinxing us. Yeah, I'm picking against us for the rest of the year. I'm gonna tell you right now, if we by some freaking nature chance win that game against the Bears, we got an ass whooping waiting for us at home from the Cardinals. Either way. But yeah, going ahead and going with the Bills to go ahead and take out the Dolphins. Next game on the docket is the Steelers versus the Browns. I'm going to take the Browns just because I don't want the Steelers to win. I have a friend over in the UK named Freddie, and as soon as the Steelers get that ass whooped, I'm going to hand him his ass because he was talking shit, when we lost this past game, and the only people who get to talk shit about the Niners is Niner fans. That's just how I look at it, either way. So next game we got on the docket is the Eagles versus the Lions. Now, this game here, man, is a battle of confusion. The Eagles just traded Joe Flacco to the Jets. So I'm assuming that Flacco is going to wind up starting for them, and guarantee you that much. That is definitely going to go ahead and happen because Zach Wilson is down with a knee injury. Flacco's back to the Jets, which is kind of weird because first he was there and then he wasn't. Now he's with the Eagles, and they're like, nah, we're going to put you here. So he has another chance to start and try to, put a little bit back onto his career. And currently the Philadelphia Eagles, let's see where they stand. Philadelphia Eagles on the current 2-game losing streak. They lost to the Bucs and they lost to the Raiders. And in both of those losses, they put up 22 points. So that's definitely something to take a look into. And let's see here. So the Lions are on the 7-game losing streak, man. They can't win a game to save their life. But I'm going to give them the dub. I'm going to go ahead, and this is your first win. Congratulations, Jeff Ragnow and Jared Goff. You finally get the monkey off your back. You don't go 0-16. We're going to take the Lions to get their first dub of the season. This is probably their best opportunity to be able to get that. There's nothing we can really say. Titans versus the Colts. Be honest with you, man. I know the Colts came in there and kicked our ass, but our defensive backs are trash right now, and we just have a shit offense when it comes to throwing the ball. But once again, I'm not getting into all that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm going with the Titans. Take the Titans over the Colts. Next game up on the docket, we got the Bengals versus the Jets. Do you really think I need to delve into that? Bengals. The Rams versus the Texans. Taking the Rams. Patriots versus the Chargers. This will be an interesting game. The Patriots are coming off a show that they put onto the Dolphins, but I mean, it was the Dolphins. I can't really say that was a lot for them to take. Oh, no, I apologize. It was not the Dolphins. Who did the Patriots play? I am screwed up, and I am so sorry, people. They played Jets. My bad. It was the Jets. I knew it was a divisional opponent. I just got the wrong person. So basically, it was the Jets, and they beat the crap out of them. So I'm going to go ahead and, Chargers been rolling. You know what I'm saying? I know they had they little hiccup there, where they went into Baltimore and got broke off. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna take the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Bolt up, people, bolt up. So the Chargers is my pick. And the next one on the docket we have. Let's take a look here. Dun dun dun. After that, we got the Jags and the Seahawks. Seahawks have been on the losing streak ever since Russell Wilson went out, and that's going to continue. We're going to take the Jags to get their second win of the season. Congratulations, Urban Meyer. You now have 2 wins, and hopefully that means you keep your 2 hands to yourself. And if they go anywhere, they go on your wife. That's why you're married, sir. Next game on the docket, Washington football team versus the Broncos. We're just going to take Washington. I'm not going to delve into that and give you stats and statistics or what I think would be the team. Just going with Washington. Buccaneers versus, give me just a sec here. These things just come up and be tripping. Buccaneers versus the Saints. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bucs for the dub. Cowboys versus the Vikings. We're going to take the Cowboys. Giants versus the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. We are rolling with the Chiefs. The 2 teams on a bye week are the Raiders and the Ravens. Funny how both of their teams start with an R. So both of them probably need a little R&R, so this time of the season, getting there. We about midway through it, quarter of the way, a little past quarter of the way through the season. So those are my picks for this week, people. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you for, listening to me ramble on about these teams. I will do a Bears versus 49ers preview show. I have a Bears fan, pretty much waiting in the wings to be able to jump on with me at any given moment, anytime I feel. So I can bring him on and he can tell us about the Bears and what they need to do, and I can tell us about the 49ers and what they need to do. I did say in my last video, and I'll say this on IG, this is probably the first time I said this because I'm simulcasting here. So if you see me looking up and looking down, that's what I'm doing, trying to make sure I give both people attention. Hey, how's it going? Adriana Augustine 56. How you doing? So I am no longer watching 49er football games as long as Jimmy Garoppolo is the starting quarterback. I refuse to. I'm done. I'm done with Jimmy, and right now I'm pretty much done with Kyle. I can't do it anymore. It really pisses me off that they continue, like that Kyle continues to shove Jimmy down our throats when he knows that we just keep losing with him. And I can no longer subject myself to the mediocrity being put on the field. And, the head coach knows it, and he trots him out there week after week. And it just never makes sense that he continually does this and that he really truthfully doesn't care. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to go on a little diatribe about, the 49ers, but I want y'all to just hear pieces of this interview that he had, because people were basically saying, hey, what's the deal? What's going on? They asked him for the week, the week 7 picks. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for y'all. And I want y'all to just take a look and listen because, for all of the times that Grant Cohn has a lot of clickbait, he will ask the questions that fans want asked. And I gave him credit for that today because he did. He asked questions that we want to know. So give me just a second to find this dang video. He had it. Dang it, where'd it go? The video was like 14 minutes long. Let me see, because I watched that one. I'm trying to find it, man. It's only like 14 minutes long. Let's see. Kyle. Yeah, let's do Grant Cohn, Kyle Shanahan. See if I can find it. Because I know there it is. Okay, here it is. Give me just a second. Let me get through all the little videos and stuff like that. You know how this works.
Watching. Look into my window.
All right.
All right, guys. Injuries from the game. Mosley, he had a back. He's doing well today. Tart had a bone bruise on his knee. He'll be out a few weeks. D Ford and Aziz are both in the concussion protocol. Go ahead, guys.
So if you didn't hear that, he basically said that Tart's out with the bone bruise for a couple of weeks. So Talanoa Hufanga will be starting in his place. We got Mosley and D Ford in concussion protocol.
Kyle, what is Trey's situation physically? What do you expect from him, and how much does his physical condition factor into what you want to do this coming week at the quarterback position?
I mean, it has to do whether we can play him or not. I think he coming back from the injury. They tell me that he's on pace to be able to come out to practice on Wednesday, so he might be a little limited at it though. But that's what we're hoping for. But in terms of deciding who's going at quarterback, I mean, that has to do with Jimmy's health. Jimmy, I'm going to see how his calf was. It's good today, and so he'll be starting, and hopefully Ray will get back into practice and have a good enough week to where he can dress. And Ray's up dressing, then always a good chance I'll get some plays in there.
Did you spend this morning?
So he basically just said that it don't matter if Trey Lance is healthy, if Trey Lance is able to jump off a roof, survive, and come out without a scratch, Jimmy's the quarterback. The issue at quarterback has to do with Jimmy's health. Like
Mulling that over as far as taking a deep dive on how Jimmy's been playing, what potentially a healthy Trey brings to the table, or in your mind, was it an open and shut case that Jimmy's going to be the starter on Sunday against the Bears if he's healthy?
No, we didn't go into that game thinking that Jimmy was one bad game away from losing his job or anything like that. Jimmy didn't play as good as he could, which he knows that. I know that. I think it was some pretty hard, circumstances for him, for both quarterbacks, considering some of the weather. But I definitely thought he could play better. But that was not a game to where, hey, if Jimmy has one bad game, he's losing his job. We know Trey's the future here, and trying to do what's best for him and for our team. And Trey's coming off a pretty big injury, and we're going to keep bringing him along and keep getting him prepared as good as he can be to always be ready to come in and help on the plays that we ask him to do. Always be ready to take over if Jimmy gets hurt, and being ready to be the future for us too.
Kyle, on the three turnovers that Garoppolo had, a fumble on the back strip, and then the two interceptions. And those were really young mistakes. What urged you the most when you were those on film? And on the interceptions, it looks like he had open guys on each play.
Interception. I would like to go to a different spot with the ball, but I'm also worried about trying to go. I don't think it's a completely ball slipped out of his hands and pick. I mean, doesn't have to do with you being older or anything. It has to do with
what's up, man, Moses?
Throw that much and range. Some backups are going to happen. Wish we worked some more man for third down, so we didn't have to throw it like that, especially on that pick that he had when he scored at the end. Just like you saw with their there's a few balls that got away from those guys in that game. I think everyone can understand why, but nothing then comparing to our rookie quarterback.
So y'all just openly heard our coach say that, confirm what the interviewer asked him as far as there being bad plays. But that's not something that's comparable to our rookie quarterback. Like you said, I got echo. Oh, okay, I probably do. Okay, let me go ahead and take that off. Stop screen sharing. Probably do that. That'll work. But long story short, hey man, we're stuck with Jimmy. No hope. We're stuck with him. He ain't going nowhere. Kyle ain't going nowhere. And Kyle probably ain't going nowhere for at least another 2 years, because if he leaves, we still got to pay him. So I had to bring in a new head coach to still be paying Kyle. I like that. I like that, man, Moses. Let me throw that up on the YouTube right there, man. Hey, Lance make him dance. Lance make him dance. Ollie, pop it. I'm just popping Lance. Hey, there you go. Okay. I like that. That works, man. Thank you for giving me something to uplift my spirits when it comes to the 49ers, man. Luke Luna says, well, that was the plan when they drafted him. They said Jimmy is getting one more go at it. He's here because Trey is raw, and they planned on developing him. I don't think they're going to go from that. Luke Luna, I understand what you're saying, but I'm tired of watching us lose, and I'm tired of them trotting Jimmy Garoppolo out there week after week knowing he sucks ass and we can't win with him, and we just have to keep suffering through that. Like, that's not okay, period. Just because Jimmy is struggling, I don't think that they feel it has any bearing on if Trey starts. I mean, I know you're speaking for the organization and how they think, but they should be thinking that way. There's no reason that you shouldn't look at the quarterback and say to yourself, why is it that my quarterback is straight garbage? He's doo-doo. And I got a young kid right here that I could start developing and get him ready. You know, it's more plausible if you look at our record and that's Trey Lance starting. You know why? Because he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. These are growing pains. These are things that we anticipate and we expect. You don't expect that from an 8-year veteran. Sorry, you just don't. So while the organization may think a certain way, Luke Luna, it's still not a fucking excuse for the mediocrity that we have been subjected to as fans. It's just what I'm saying. So I get where you're coming from, and I understand the reality of the situation. But at the end of the day, man, still ain't good enough. As a fan, that's not good enough for me. You don't get to tell me that I have to just be subjected to mediocrity because that was what your choice was from the get. You know what I'm saying? I'm frustrated, and I'm tired of watching the 49ers come out week after week and let the defense bust their ass. Yeah, there was some penalties last game that fucked us up. But at the end of the day, what Kyle say? I'll just recap for you. Kyle said he wanted some turnovers. First drive of the game. Since I'll jump into just a small bit of this. First drive of the game. We go out, we score. How do we score, people? Running the ball. Elijah Mitchell. Next drive. Run the ball. Elijah Mitchell, 12 yards. After that, 3 Jimmy passes. What did we wind up with for that turnover that was caused by the defense? Field goal. We forced 3 straight 3-and-outs. Nothing. So at the end of the day, I don't care what the organization's idea of shit is. It doesn't mean a fucking thing. Period, point blank. You need to sit his ass because he's making us lose games. The defense's job is not to score. That's on the offense. And if the offense is being run by someone who is incompetent and inept, at that point, you cannot continue to put him on the field, and you cannot tell the fans this is okay. It's not. I've always said this, man, and I'll continue to say this. If I were ever to see Kyle in the streets by himself, I'd rip him a brand new asshole for putting that mediocrity on the field and shoving Jimmy Garoppolo down our throats and continuing to be inept in play calling. You've been here for years. There was a tweet, and I retweeted. If you follow me on Twitter, @SwiftD, SWIFTDEE. If you follow me on Twitter, you go look at it. Kyle Shanahan, since he's been in Santa Clara, has had 397 fucking turnovers. That's the most by any head coach in that time frame. So don't tell me about the organization. I don't give a fuck what the organization wants. The organization is ignorant and incompetent, and they need to get their head out their ass and put Trey Lance in and let us at least try to get a fucking win. I'm tired of watching Jimmy Garoppolo try to stupid ass out there with that dumb fucking grin and that stupid ass jawline and make us lose every week, man. It's consistent. The man threw 27 passes. 17 of those passes were short throws, as reported by ESPN. I look at the game breakdown, man. So don't tell me what the fuck, and there's nothing against you, Luke Luna. It's nothing but love, baby. But don't tell me about that fucking organization and stupidity coming out their mouth. They're dumb. They obviously don't know what the fuck they're doing, because I'm sorry. Everybody and their mother as a fan can tell you straight up, if that was you in that situation, you would have pulled Jimmy Garoppolo's ass a long fucking time ago because you get tired of losing. I am so sorry. I have no love for Jimmy Garoppolo, and I don't give a shit that the organization thinks one way or another. I am a fan, and I am tired of watching my team lose. It's unfortunate, and it's ridiculous, the rich history that the 49ers have. But we put mediocrity on the goddamn field on a consistent basis because no one seems to care. Because Kyle Shanahan just doesn't give a fuck. Because Jed York won't drop his nuts and tell Kyle, hey, man, it's time to start the young kid, man. We drafted him for a reason. Put him on the fucking field. I'm tired of seeing Jimmy go out there and lose. We had fans in the stadium, and we barely had fans in the stadium. Let me restart that sentence. Barely had fans in the stadium, and the boos were deafening. If you as a head coach and you as an owner, you as a GM, John Lynch, Jed York, Kyle Shanahan, if y'all can't hear that and know that having to subject the players to that. That hurts, man, because you do it for the fans. We're the one that fuel that team. We're the one that pay the money to be able to make sure that those guys have salaries. We buy the merchandise. We do all of those things. So without us, there is no fucking Levi Stadium. There is no 49ers. Because I can guarantee you that stadium's empty every fucking year. Nobody's going to – Jed York is going to look at that and start saying, you know what, I got to make some changes because I cannot have a stadium that's empty. I'm not making any money. The vendors don't even want to stock the shit if the stadium is empty. For what? You're not selling anything. There are continual downfalls to horrible play, and it starts at the top. Jed York got to drop his nuts and tell Kyle this shit is unacceptable. We are not looking to do this all fucking year, and I'm not about to let you just tank the year because you think Jimmy Garoppolo is some fucking magical god and he can start. No, I'm not okay with that shit. I don't give a fuck what the organization says. You know? And MP says, I hear you, Dion. I'm a 37-year candlestick veteran, old hag, and I was so distraught Sunday night. I had to take a long walk, you know, in the rain. Yeah, that's pretty much, and shit, that's what they do. We have to do that, man. You know, Matt Moses says, I believe Trey will be successful with any coach. You know, his drive, determination, his kid is special. Yes, and he has a high football IQ. And that's what you got to love about the young kid. But the thing is, you're not going to develop him sitting him on the sidelines, period. You know, and Mike Florio needs to shut the hell up too with his dumb ass. He always talking some shit. But that's what I'm saying, guys. Is I understand where the organization is headed. I had the same stance with Jalen Hurts' worthless ass. The fucker ain't never played a game for us, a meaningful down for us, and people still, for some ungodly reason, at the beginning of the season, in preseason and training camp, swore up and down this motherfucker was the next coming of Jerry Rice. And where the fuck has he been all goddamn season? Nowhere to be found because he can't stay fucking healthy. He's as fragile as a goddamn egg. It is what the fuck it is. Cut the guy already. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I don't care how the organization feels. At the end of the day, bench Jimmy Garoppolo and make Kyle Shanahan pull his head out of his ass, or keep it a buck with him and tell him, look, man, you don't want to win. You don't want to be here. You want to keep us in purgatory. I'll find a coach that does want to win. I'll find a coach that will succeed with Trey Lance, and you can see the fucking door. I don't care that I'm paying you. Go ahead, take your money, get the fuck on. Because at this point, you look like a glorified fucking coordinator that has a head coach title. Because you can't win. You have a defense. Darius Leonard said straight up, I'm happy that Kyle's dumbass stopped running the ball because we couldn't stop it. Kyle said himself in his post-game presser, they didn't change their frontal game. So if they didn't change their frontal game, why did we lose? This is the shit that I'm talking about. But this is my game picks for the week. I'm going to go ahead and calm the fuck down. World Series is on. I'm going to watch my Braves go ahead and get in these Astros' ass and break them off. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be my piece for the night. And I'll be able to relax and feel comfortable in knowing that the Braves are going to go ahead and take the dub. We're going to get this World Series, and we're going to keep it rolling and keep it cracking. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you so much. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'm out this joint.